What's going on, everybody?
All right, here we go. I'm going to put the spotlight presentation. The floor is yours, Angie.
Biz Dev Live. Thank you so much. It's your girl, Angie Legg, personal brand strategist, helping you get online and get noticed. So thank you so much, Cameron, for having me. Yes, it's going to be 5 killer weeks of story branding. And this is going to be really simple, actionable steps, you guys. By the end of the 5 weeks, you should be able to go out to your online platforms and really start making a difference. So let's get into it. I'm not going to provide you with a lot of slides. You know, I've got one slide, and the reason why is because I want you to listen. It's all about listening in the new digital world. So let's talk about building your brand story from scratch. Now, most of us are experts, and we want to really focus on our why. The why matters the most out of everything. If you do not understand your why, everything else falls apart. So with your why, you discover your passions, you discover and define your expertise. And then you also decide, you find the compassion and you decide on a solution that you want to basically spread to the world. So what exactly is story branding? Like I mentioned, the number one part of your story is your why. Then you want to start including your values. Like, do you want to inspire people? Do you want to entertain? Then you want to go and create your message. And these are all things that we're going to end up doing. And most importantly, the part of the story is what makes you the most unique. What makes you guys stand out as individuals? Because when you're able to define that, you are creating a community. You create authenticity without people think that niching down or creating a brand, isn't authentic because you can't, because we're complicated, right? We're complicated people. So we have a lot of things and we want to incorporate it all, but we can't. So it creates authenticity when you can define the things that are the most important to your brand. And then it creates trust. When you are repetitive about something, when a doctor does the same surgery over and over and over, that creates trust. When he's really, really good at something, that creates trust. And it is the same with our brands. So this is the formula, okay? The 3-circle formula. It is very popular. I've seen it done with a lot of different research strategies for many different categories. But this is how I discovered my why and how so many people have done it as well. So you have your passion. You want to sit there and this takes a while. You don't want to just do this over 1 cup of coffee. Okay. You want to sit there and you want to build a whole list of all of your passions. Passion is where you want to start because you want to love what you're doing. If you want to wake up on Monday, loving Mondays, TGIM, you need to start with your passions. What fills your heart? What keeps you up at night and wakes you up early? So you want to make a whole list of passions. I don't care if it's 20, 50, write as many down as possible. Now, the why doesn't work unless, having a passion is great. You know what I mean? I like to ride my bike, but I lose my breath easily. So that is not something that I should be pursuing as my why. So you want to include your expertise. And when you start to include your expertise, what is that? Or do you stand on stage? Are you a public speaker? Are you an author, writer? Do you know everything about computers? Write down everything that you are an expert at. 10 years plus. If you're really, really great at something, 5 years, what are you the most known for as your expertise? So you want to make a list of that. Then last, you want to find the compassion part of your why, which is discovering a solution. Discover what it is, the problem that you want to solve in this world. Okay, do you want to feed children? Do you want to get water to everybody? Do you want to make people feel included? Which is my why. Write down all of the things that you want to do to help this world and start connecting the dots. When you start seeing that passions and expertise and your problems that you want to solve in the world are starting to connect, that could be your why. Now, this is a deep thing. Finding your why is a very, very deep thing. And this is why you can't just do this over one cup of coffee. But this helped me find my why. This helps a lot of people around the world find their why. So take your time over a week, a month. It could take a couple months. But this, write this down, draw the circles, and find that red dot in the middle. All right. So you guys, that is the first lesson of how to write your story brand. It's start with your why. So next week, we're going to get into the next step. So thank you so much.
How would you like people to focus their story?
Guys, I want you to start implementing, these specific categories. So talk about your passion and how, one of your passions relates to what you do today. Talk about your expertise. How long have you been doing what you've been doing? And how does it relate to how good you are and how it relates to your profession today? Or maybe you're solving a problem on this earth. Tell us about it. So use one of these 3 categories to really start defining and implementing it into what you do as your profession.